Right, welcome. This is Shabil Uganda Learning, and my name is Nelson. And in today's lesson, I want to take you through a topic which is called finding the perimeter of polygons, and that is our area of concern today. So, in this topic, we expect to be learning more about a perimeter and finding the parameter of different shapes, and we shall be able to solve examples, work out these numbers, and I believe by the end of this lesson we shall be able to calculate numbers concerning polygons. So let's get started as we see how these polygons looks like. Okay, so now before we start, this is our program. We have been looking at various lessons on our curriculum breakdown, and we had so far tackled about length, estimating length, measuring length, then changing meters to centimeters, kilometers to meters, decameters, decentimeters, among others. So that's why we have been able now to come up with our next topic, which is parameters. Okay, so we shall also be able to look at finding the perimeter, as I said. Then shall also be looking at finding the perimeters of these shapes, triangles, rectangles, squares, hexagons, then combined figures. Then after, we shall be able to look at the area of these shapes. So first of all, when you talk about perimeter of these polygons, we say polygons these are regular figures with all sides equal. So that's what makes us differentiate these shapes, that we have those shapes that have the sides equal, and those shapes that are not having sides are not equal. Okay, so now we are saying that among these polygons, when we look at these the pentagons, it has with 5 sides. We have a hexagon with 6 sides, the septagon or heptagon, which is having some 7 sides, then octagons with 8, nonagon 9, then decagon, that is 10, then decagon, and then dodecagon with 12 sides. So when we talk about pentagons, that's what we are meaning. We are meaning polygons with regular figures with all what? With all sides equal. So after all, first of all, we said that we shall be looking at what called the perimeter of these shapes. So we also need to have a concept about the perimeter. What it means by perimeter, that is the distance around the figure. So that means when I given one of these figures or either of other shapes, we should be able to find out the distance around those figures. Okay, so now we shall start with the common one that they always ask. That is finding the perimeter of equilateral triangles. Okay, so these are part of our shapes, and they are mostly always asked. That's why we have just started with them. So when you look at perimeter, as we have said, that it is the total distance around around the figure or around our shape. So that simply means that when you have been given a shape and they want you to find the perimeter, what you have to do is to ensure that you calculate the distance around those figures. Remember, we were able to talk about the sides. Okay, we talked about what? We talked about all the sides being equal. So that's why we are now bringing this our equilateral triangle, that this shape has all the sides being equal. So since our perimeter is the total distance around the figure, we shall be able to take this side and also this side and also this side. We add them. So when add them, we should be able to come up with what? With the perimeter. So now here we shall be able now to state that our perimeter is equal to our side plus side plus side. So it depends on the type of what? The type of the shape So our shape is an equilateral triangle or a triangle. So that simply means that these shapes have different sizes. There are some with a kind bit of many sides, and also those with few sides. So we set our perimeter depending on the sides that the shape has. Okay, so that simply means that if we want to find the perimeter of a triangle here, its formula may be different from the perimeter of a triangle because the sides may not be the same. So we do vary in finding the perimeter. We vary most about the sides. Okay, so since we are also dealing with polygons with all the sides equal, that's why we come in with our triangle with all the sides equal. Okay, so now our perimeter, which is P, should be equal to our side plus side plus side plus side plus side. How many? 3 sides. So now since we have our sides equal, then we should be able to state that our perimeter is going to be equal to, our side here was 5 centimeters, 5 plus 5 plus 5, 3 times. Okay, then we can now be able to get our answer. Right, so that's simple. That's how we can easily get the perimeter of a given figure. Let's also look at some more examples that are given. So here they are saying that examples of squares, pentagon, octagon, heptagon, etc. They are part of what? They are part of our polygons, as we stated them above. That polygons, they have their regular figures with equal sides. So now we shall be now able to find our perimeter here, and say find the perimeter of the figure. Okay, so that is now our figure which is given. They want us to find the perimeter. So this figure of ours is in the form of what? Form of a square, or some form of a rectangle. Hope all the figures are equal. Okay, so when you look at all the sides here, they should be what? They should be equal. So our figure should be what? Should be a square. Okay, our figure should be what? Should be a square. So if we want to find out the perimeter of a square, we should be able to know the sides. How many sides does it have? We have 1, we have 2, we have 3, we have 4. So now this means that our perimeter P is going to be equal to our side plus our side. We have said there are how many sides? There are 4 sides. So if we have one side being equal to 4 centimeters, that simply means when it is a square, our perimeter should be equal to our 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. That is how many times? 4 times. Then we shall continue and say our perimeter should be equal to our 8, 4 plus 4, then plus 8. Then we continue and say that our perimeter should be, this is 8 please. So when we add this, our perimeter should be 16 centimeters, okay, squared. Okay, because this is the what? This is going to be our total distance around the what? Around the figure. So we can also now have a look at these kind of our shapes, where we have been able to look at our square. We've been able to look at our square, which is this. So that simply means that we shall also be able to look at the perimeter of a triangle, which is already done. Then we shall also be able to look at perimeter of a rectangle, then also the perimeter of the pentagons, perimeter of a circle. So in finding the perimeter, we have to be able to state our sides. So we can see this triangle has 3 sides, okay? This has 4 sides. So this also has 4 sides. This has how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 what? 5 sides. Our circle. So for us to be able to get the perimeter of our circle, we should be able to know the total distance around the what? Around the figure. But remember, for our circle we use a formula which is pi pi times the diameter, okay? That is our formula that you can use to find the perimeter of our circle, okay? Where we have our 22 out of 7 times the diameter, which will be what? Should be given. We can be able to find the what? The perimeter of that circle. Okay, so now when you look at some more examples we have been given here. Find the sides using the perimeter. Okay, here we are now going to be finding the sides using the what? Using the perimeter. For example, they are saying finding the side using a perimeter. This is when they give you the perimeter of a certain figure, but they want you to find out the what? The number of sides. For example, here they are saying the perimeter of a square is 12 centimeters. What is the length of each? Okay, as you can see how they have been how it has been given here. They are saying the perimeter, that is the perimeter of what? The perimeter of a square. And in this square, they are telling us the perimeter. They have already given us the what? The perimeter of that square. So they just only want us to find the sides. So how do you come about finding the sides? One, we say we should be able to know the sides of a what? The sides of a square. Like I've stated them here up and said that when you have these knowings, the knowledge about this, that this is a square but it has 4 sides. This is a square, a rectangle but has 4 sides. A pentagon with 5 sides. So that can help you to find the perimeter or to find the sides when you have been given the what? The perimeter. So now let's look at this, and we try to see how able to get the perimeter. Okay. So now when you look at this, they are telling us that a square has what? Has 4 sides. If we have this is our square, should be able to have what? Our 4 sides. Okay. And we are saying, since we are dealing with polygons, they have all sides what? Equal. So when you have our 12 centimeters as our perimeter, this is going to be our 12 what? Centimeters. Then they want us to find the number of sides. So that simply means we should be able to state our formula for perimeter. If our perimeter is going to be equal to our side plus side plus side plus side, how many? 4 times. Then that simply means we have, okay, we have our 12, okay, we have our 12 as perimeter being equal to the sides plus side. How many sides are these? These are going to be 4 sides. Okay, so now here you just simply use our 4 divided by what? By 12 to get the number of sides. Okay, so here we can say number of sides. A number of sides should be equal to our 12 divided by 4. Okay, so when we divide this by 4, we should be able to get our answer as what? Our answer 3 centimeters. Okay, so that means each side is what? Is 3 centimeters. Okay, So that's how we shall be looking at parameters, and we'll have some tricks and some different questions concerning parameter. And now that is going to be in our next lesson. I thank you very much for being part of this session. We appreciate you being part of us, and we thank you so much. Okay, we thank you so much. For this, we say you should be able to check out on our playlist, and also subscribe, comment in the comment section for you to for us to be able to know what you really want us to do more, for you to push with us at the same page. Thank you. God bless you. Nice moment. See you in the next lesson.